The Crimson Tide will travel to Florida State on Saturday at 2:30 Central on ABC. And Coach, while we wait on any questions, if you could please take a moment to comment on your team as you enter the season opener Saturday at Florida State.
Yeah, you bet. It's good to have game week finally here. So guys are excited. The long fall camp, and finally get a chance to play someone else, and that's been fun here the last week getting ready for Florida State. So we know they're going to have different coordinators and a lot to prove and get their season off to a good start. And us going on the road into a great environment be a great challenge for us with all those things combined.
All right, we'll begin with Colin Gay of Tuscaloosa News.
Hey, Kalen. Just checking to see, did Jaden Roberts practice today for you guys, and do you have an update on his status?
He's been practicing very limited. So, he's making progress, but it's slow and steady. I know this has been going over a couple of weeks, and so a lot of the same. So, nothing more than that, really.
Thank you.
Next is Peter Nakos of On3.
Kalen, thanks for doing this. Just wanted to check in. Is Tim Keenan going to be a full go this weekend?
Yet to be determined. Probably not, but we'll see.
Next, we'll go to Nick Kelly of AL.com.
Yeah, Kalen, you've talked a good bit about the kicking game throughout camp. Where's your confidence level right now with the kicker spot?
The kicker spot. It's been the kicker or punter?
Kicker.
With the kicker spot, yeah, Conor's done a nice job here. Had a little lull, probably from one first scrimmage to the second scrimmage there. Maybe a little bit into that next week. And that's part of, I guess, it's understanding how to get yourself out of the slump that you're in a little bit. And, we expect a lot out of him because he was kicking and is kicking right now at a very high level again. And so, those expectations are always relative. You have, a guy who's pretty much kicking every kick and has got great range. Conor's leg is great. He kicked a 55-yarder in 2-minute drill the other day, nailed it right down the middle. So his range is good, and he just had that week in there, and some of it's wear and tear, some of it's kind of you'd rather have him go through it then rather than in the middle of the season, and understanding and working your way through it. That's the best time of the year to do it. So he's done a great job. Really about 3.5 of the 4.5 weeks that we've been out here. So we got a lot of confidence. I think he's getting, strength back and, kicking the ball deep on kickoff. So we're in a good spot.
Next, we'll go to Steve Moulton of WZZN.
Hey, Coach, how are you today?
I'm good. Good.
I wanted to ask in particular, there were certainly a lot of highs and lows from last season. What are some bigger lessons maybe you learned from year one at Alabama for you personally, Coach?
Personally, where we're at now, compared to where we were at a year ago, it's just more of the same. Just, keep doing what you're doing, and the things you believe in, you just keep plugging away. And, you're always going to evolve. You're always going to adjust. And that's whether you're undefeated and national champions or, had a season that you're disappointed in. So, just stick to what you truly believe in. And, I got a staff around me that really has their antennas up to everything. We're always looking to try to make things better. But I think, we know what the grind's going to look like, over the course of a 12-game season. That's all of us together. I think the experiences we shared together as a team, we've been able to really draw on those. The things that we did well, the things that we didn't do well, and we've used a lot of reaffirmation of things that had even happened in this first week of games, even though there's only a couple, to again double down on what we believe in and where we had to get better from last year, and some of those things happened in NFL and college games. So we're learning, always getting better, using the experiences to our benefit.
We've talked quite a bit in our world of your running back room, Coach, with the obvious injury to Jam. But overall, how do you feel comfortability-wise of your running back room? And if you could speak to Daniel Hill and maybe his progression and what you're seeing there, Coach.
Yeah, I bet. I think the thing with Jam is there's just more reps. There's more, just experience that he brings to the table. And so, there's just a higher level of trust and kind of understanding of what it's going to look like on game day. And you don't have that as much with the rest of these guys. It doesn't mean that they're not doing some nice things in the practice field. But Daniel Hill, in particular, as you asked, he's more versatile considering he's over 240 pounds than I think what people would probably think, and he's very natural. I think he's got some quick feet in the hole, and he can also catch the ball out of the backfield. And so it's just, playing with the consistency. He's pretty assignment sound, pretty good that way. It's just a matter of, him being able to do it at a high level every single day, and again, we won't know that until we get into the season here, just like with the other guys.
Thank you, Coach.
You bet.
Next is Mike Griffith of AJC Dog Nation.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to ask you just, I guess it comes up every year, bulletin board material. Do you think that can serve as a motivator for teams, or do you think it's up to the kind of each individual kid? Is it kind of something that's an awareness thing? I guess I just kind of want to know where you come from on that. You've obviously coached at so many different levels.
Yeah, I think there's always extra levels of motivation that can come from, things that are said or, things you want to prove. So, I think I think bulletin board material, that's a real thing, but I think in the end, it's like who you are and that you have a true deep-seated belief. And that's the key, like something that's superficial, something that's just really, not a belief that's really false and it's, more of a rah-rah or any type of energy that way. That can be taken away from you pretty quickly. And, for us, we really pride ourselves on doing the work and being prepared and not just being about this week, it being about everything we've done since January. And that, giving us the confidence and a deep trust and belief in each other. And so, that's really what it's going to come down to. But, a little extra motivation doesn't hurt.
A follow-up question. I wanted to ask you about the speculation on expanded playoffs now that the SEC's going to this 9-game schedule. Is this something that you feel strongly about? And we've seen all sorts of models from 16 to 24 to 28. Do you have a thought on, where you'd like to see that go with the sort of scheduling that Alabama has in the future?
Mm-hmm. Really, the only two conversations, or the only two models that I've had any conversations at all with would have been, what it is now in our meetings that we've had previously, and just, the possibility of a 16-game schedule. And I can go either way, and so I see the merits for both. I really haven't been involved in anything seriously that's been brought to me to ask for my opinion on anything beyond 16 games.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, wrap you up with Mike Rodak of 24/7.
I don't think the Tim Keenan thing came up when we talked to you on Monday. Just what more are you able to say on the nature of the injury and just the timeline there?
Yeah, just he had a lower body injury. Again, a lot of it's always kind of figured out, after practicing, honestly. Gathered information still in the moment I'm in right now. Is trying to understand exactly where it's at. So our staff is unbelievable. They they have done some pretty impressive things on getting guys back. And so, waiting for the update on that. I don't know if I can even give you a percentage and be confident on that. So we'll see, but it is a lower body injury.
Thank you.
Coach, thank you for your time today.
You bet. Thanks.